No matter what model is rolled out, and we know things can change at any point during the school year, but I guess to offer any reassurances from your department on questions that are coming in that you see most often at this stage, what are some of those questions that you get that you want to offer some reassurances to our families?
The major question that I'm seeing right now is that parents are wanting to make sure that students with disabilities are included in the discussion of what an education looks like in a hybrid learning environment and a remote learning environment. So I just want to encourage our families that students with disabilities have been part of the discussion from the very beginning with the district, and we are working diligently to make sure that it does not matter which learning environment we're in, traditional, remote, or hybrid, that our students are receiving the services and that we're maintaining the integrity of the IEPs. So we will be providing services. There was a lot of misunderstanding in the spring about what services would be provided and things like that, but we want to make sure that parents do know that we will be providing services. It could be, if we're on a remote schedule, that it could be in a teletherapy manner for OT, PT, speech, vision impairments, those types of things, but that we will continue to maintain the integrity of those IEPs.
How difficult has it been to try to plan for some of these? Because I know there's a lot of dynamics that go into that. I know it's been a challenge, but it's certainly one you guys are ready to meet head on to, work through anything that comes your way.
So we've worked through a lot of the logistics just to be transparent as we move into this process. We're going to learn more just like we did in the spring. We, in the spring, we began having our IEP meetings virtually. We will continue to have that as an option. It was a benefit for a lot of our parents who might not be able to attend IEP meetings in person. And we even had one speech and language therapist that she said she was able to have 100% of parent involvement. So we will continue to offer virtual IEP meetings as an option. We learned a lot about that in the spring. We are learning how to incorporate our paraprofessionals, our EAs, into virtual instruction and hybrid learning to make sure students are receiving the information and the instruction that they need to be successful and to access that most appropriate content that what they're needing. We've also applied for a couple of grants to make sure that our most severe profound students do have access to touchscreen computers, because the ones that most of our students are using are not touchscreen, and we have some students that specifically need a touchscreen option. So we've been awarded some grants to buy touchscreen computers and iPads to provide for those most intensive needs. We've also looked at some program like task boxes that we'll be able to send home if we're either in a remote or in a hybrid learning environment. So we are in the process of applying for grants and using the money that's available to make sure that we can provide services for the entire spectrum of students with disabilities.
Our scheduled start date of school, early August, of course, and as we go through the month of July, what information do you want to tell your families about? Maybe there's a specific time frame or maybe a certain week during July that you could expect to possibly hear information on something. Anything. July is critical for communication in a lot of ways, as we all know,
yes, involving
the upcoming school year. What would you like to say to the families that you're involved with?
Just make sure that you're checking the websites regularly, the Wilson County Schools website. I think we've got a late July kind of rollout for information for parents, but feel free to email me directly. You can access my email through the Wilson County Schools website.
And I've also got it at the bottom of this screen right now. That's in a lovely banner, so you can feel free to reach out to Angela that way as well.
But feel free to reach out to us. We'll get back in touch with you. Just right now, some of our case managers are part of the process of planning, but it hasn't been rolled out to all the case managers. So as soon as we can get the information to them, we will let the parents know that now is a good time to reach out to your case managers. But right now, you're better off just to email me at this time.
Great form of communication there, and just a lot of behind the scenes things going on right now. We certainly want our families to know that this is being handled in the most sensitive and delicate way possible, but most of all, with the most care possible.
Yes, and that our students with disabilities are a priority for this department and throughout the district. Our district leaders have made providing services for students with disabilities a priority.
Angela Barnes, thank you very much.
Thank you.